When you think something's funny, you laugh. This is a comedy show. If you think something's not funny, shut the fuck up. That's the gig. All right. We are all trying really hard to make you happy and enjoy this time. So do us a favor. And this is not an interactive medium. You know, like this is, we get up here and get free therapy, and you guys laugh. That's how this goes. Okay. So I got to do some boring stuff for a minute. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Dave. I'm your host of this fantastic comedy show that you're about to see. There are some absolute murderers on this. Let's give them a hand for the comics that came out to do this. It's going to be awesome. You can set up here too. Please get closer to the stage. There's not going to be a mosh pit. It's fine. That's my band members. Anyway. So, little housekeeping stuff. If you have to pee and you're a man, right over there around the shed, we're going to do cool stuff where you can just pee into the woods, okay? If you have to take a shit, Uncle Nicky's is a block and a half away. Tell them Dave sent you. They'll let you use the toilet, okay? If you're a lady and you really need to use the bathroom, where's Jason? This guy right back there. Everybody look to Jason. Give him a round of applause. This is his place. You know, you want to hear something wild? He never heard my stand-up before he booked me to do this. So give him a huge round of applause for believing that I'm actually funny. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This is the very first show I've ever booked, produced, and hosted here in Austin, Texas. I've only been here 7 months, so give yourselves a round of applause for supporting local artists. That was weak. Come on, let's all right, come on. Yeah, there we go. There's trash and recycling over here. If you smoke cigarettes, try to dispose of them and stuff or whatever. Now let's get to the reason why we're here. I have to stand up because it's what it's called. You guys want to try some jokes? Come on, dude. Jokes. You guys want to try some jokes? Yes. All right, we're gonna start off easy. We're gonna get into it. Okay. The thing about jokes is some of them are dark, some of them are sad. So we're going to start light. We're going to see how cool you guys are. Okay? You ever meet somebody in person you've already swiped left on? It's weird, dude. Tinder will tell you too. It'll be like, oops, you missed a match. No, I didn't. That's where you guys laugh. All right. You guys want to go a little bit deeper? You want to do a little darker joke? Didn't sound convincing. You guys want to do a little darker stuff? All right. So, Andrew Tate, let's talk about it. Now, here's a guy who is the picture-perfect image of toxic masculinity. Andrew Tate once said, "When I wake up in the morning, my bitch better bring me 2 coffees. I'm not even going to drink the second coffee. I just need it there as a sign of respect." Terrible, but hilarious. Let's be real. Again, guys, that's where you laugh. And this is how I know Elon Musk is not a misogynist cult leader, because Lords or Billie Eilish or whoever he's impregnated most recently, if they brought him 2 coffees and he only needed 1, he'd be like, well, that's inefficient. Give it to an engineer or somebody who needs it. I don't know why Elon Musk became Obama just now, but it's probably because I'm better at Obama than South African. We did okay there. All right. So let's talk about toxic femininity. Oh, get a little layer deeper. Amber Heard, Jada Pinkett Smith, Teal Swan, Hillary Clinton. All evil, right? We can agree, all evil, right? But not funny. The reason why I get down with like Andrew Tate, Trump, Musk is not because they're not irreparable people. They are. They're terrible, awful, toxic dudes. But they're fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, so all I'm saying, ladies, is that you too can be banned from Twitter. You know, like just when you are like deleting the emails about the assassinations or whatever, just make it a goof. Just make it a little haha, you know? Make it a little silly. Right? When you tell your followers to kill themselves, just make it a joke, you know? Like do a little like, oh, thing in there, you know? And really, you also can for sure get banned from the internet. I promise you. You just have to have a little less shame and wear a pantsuit. We're doing okay, right? We're doing okay? You guys all right? That wasn't too much? Cool, abortion. Let's get into it. Guys, I'm actually really stoked about Roe v. Wade being overturned. Fucking stoked, guys. Not because I'm pro-life. You see my hair color. It's because I have all these stock options in back alley abortion clinics. Guys, financially, I'm fucking killing it. But not as much as those doctors. All right, comedy, guys. We're doing good. One more abortion joke? I'm so glad you guys asked. This one's a little lighter. It's fine. The only thing that abortion laws have in common with the actual equipment used to do them is they suck. Some of these are thinkers. Some of these are thinkers. They're going to get headier too. And darker. All right. Guys, how dark can we get by a round of applause? Yeah? Yeah? I cut myself shaving for the release. Yeah, and you guys like that one? I moved to a new city because I was about to have a son, but he died, so even my kids ghost me. That's a fucking fantastic joke. And true. We're getting to know each other. It's fine. It's cool. I don't like dirty talk during sex. I think kids should have manners. All right, we're doing okay. We're doing okay, guys. We're getting through it. All right, now here's the real test. So, the trans community used to be different. That was weird. You guys were quiet for like 2 seconds and then started laughing in different sections of the audience. That was cool. The cool thing about that joke is the punchline is not offensive. I'm going to tell you one that is. Okay, so my sister told me that I'm fat phobic. So I said, I'm not scared of you. I just don't find you attractive anymore. Yeah, that's a joke where I used to fuck my sister, but I've done some growing, and so is she. Another incest joke? You guys, you got it. For sure I'll tell another incest joke. So my parents were really strict, right? They're pastors, you know, it's kind of their way. One time my mom punched me right in the face for misbehaving. But, you know, I deserved it. Forgot to pull out. We're having fun, right? This is comedy. Yeah, hell yeah. So, Islam. Let's talk about it. Why is it that everyone that supports women's rights is also in solidarity with their Islamic neighbors? Certainly not their abortion laws. No, that one was too far. That's where the line is with you guys? No? You know Muhammad is a pedophile, or was a pedophile? You guys are getting a little tense. You can feel buttholes tightening as I go. No, it's weird. In the Quran, which he wrote, he said that a man can take a wife of any age. He was 35 when he wrote that, and then promptly married a 12-year-old. It's true. These are thinkers and educational. Now, how do we get out of this? This is very uncomfortable all of a sudden. How do we get out of this? Now, I'm going to tell you how we get out of this. At least the Catholics, had the decency to edit their book. Like, stuff maybe not so. Let's cut that out of there. And the dedication to keep raping those kids. Comedy, guys. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It really does mean the world to me. I'm about to bring up your first comedian. He is an absolute murderer. Everybody give it up for Avery Hutto!
Thank you. Give it up for Jason, everybody, for bringing us out here. This is fucking awesome. Walking in the back of like a weird mansion, some eyes wide shut shit is about to happen. Who fucking knows? Dave walks half the crowd after the first set. Wild time. We're having fucking fun though. I used to date this girl who's a bisexual. Got any bisexuals in the audience? No? It's kind of like a medium gay. You want to know something embarrassing? When we started dating, she had actually slept with more women than I have. All right, but here's the deal. I grew up like a super conservative Catholic, so I fucked way more men. Yeah, the girl I'm dating now, though, is not a girl. One of these new, like, 2022 Gen Z hybrid non-binary models. A lot like a Toyota Prius, actually. Like, technically, it's a hybrid, but there is a pussy inside. No, it is weird dating one of these new non-binary, like, thems. Just like, it's them. Because, like, they're like a blue hair radical leftist, and I'm like, I fucking love Jordan Peterson. It's kind of like it's like a new age Romeo and Juliet, where they're like, he likes Jordan Peterson. They're a dumb bitch. Yeah, it's too much. All right, we crossed line. We see where Dave went wrong. That's fine. We restart. We come again. We come again. You know who else came again? Jesus goddamn Christ. That's who. Got any God people in the audience? That's why this is happening. I love God. I'm a big God guy. People are like, oh, if God's real, then why doesn't he answer my prayers? Maybe God hates you. You ever think about that one? People are like, if God's real, then why do kids get cancer? Little thing called character development. God realized that if you like give a kid a hard life, they learn and they become a badass. But if you spoil a kid, they become a Republican. That's two. I don't know where we're leading. I bet you there's a half and half. We got some Biden heads over here. These guys love Biden. Give it up for, no, just kidding. Give it up for World War III, everybody. Give it up for, Russia just instituted a draft. I'll get drafted today. I'll fight tonight. No, I won't do that. No, it's not. That's too serious. I don't like vegan people. I get it, but fucking no. When I die, I think instead of like being buried or cremated, I think I'm gonna have my body fed to pigs. Here's why: pigs are very smart animals, also very delicious animals. So instead of feeling guilty or going vegan, I'm just gonna pay back the favor later. That's like a classic circle of life thing we got going on. What if I take it one step further and then feed those pigs that ate me to the guests at my funeral? Alright? It'd be like, it's not open casket, it's open pit barbecue. Nah, I hate vegans though. If I could do, I'll punch them. That's because I'm all testosterone up because of all the meat I eat because I'm a bad person. I grew up between two of the greatest cities in the world. Flint, Michigan, and Detroit, Michigan. Two of the greatest cities if you love crack and murder. My favorite band is from Flint, Michigan, and you can tell. Some of their songs are I Ain't Going Back Again, Kill 'Em All, or my personal favorite, Murder, Murder, Murder. Not a single song about dirty water. Does he even know about the issues? When I heard that Flint water crisis stuff, and everybody's like, Flint doesn't have clean water. And I'm like, you've never been to Flint, dude. That is like 15 on their problems. Like, murder, murder, murder. Do you know what Flint's nickname is? No bullshit. Murder Town. Not Murder City. Not even Murderville. They went like with the hardcore Murder Town. It's a great place, though, if you want to raise kids. But if you don't want to raise kids, you shouldn't go there. I hate, so you might have told this. I hate taking personal responsibility for like my actions. So I love horoscopes. Like I love horoscopes. Anytime like a woman or gay man wants to read my horoscope, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's fucking do this. But apparently I have like really conflicting signs. Like I have like whenever somebody reads my chart, they're like, oh my fucking gosh. That's the girl, not the gay man. They're like, oh my fucking gosh. They're like, there's so much conflict. Like it's going this way and that way. Like your sun is in Sagittarius, but your moon is in the Gaza Strip. It's okay. It's a political joke. World War III. Nah, you guys remember when weed got legalized in Colorado, and then everybody, like there was huge, very long lines for like the weed stores? The same thing is going on in Canada right now. Except for it's not weed. It's a little thing called assisted suicide. Huge in Canada, which I thought like we were kind of debating on the issue, but Canada's just like, don't you know we've already been doing it? Like, all right, Canada, fucking props, Canada. I think assisted suicide is possibly the most Canadian thing you could do. Because it's the most polite thing you could do. They're like, oh, instead of taking care of me, you know, why don't I just fucking die? It's more Minnesota, but that's all I can do. I just know Minnesota. Minnesota. Nah. I think like the United States could not legalize like assisted suicide. It would not work out. Like the doctor would be like, hey, why do you want to end your own life? And the dude would just be like, Cowboys lost. Like, Cowboys are gonna lose, bud. You can't kill yourself. No, but if assisted suicide was legal in the United States, minimum wage would be $50 an hour. For sure, 100%. That's the best. Right now, workers have no like thing to bargain with. If you could bargain with your life, you're like at a job interview for a Wendy's. They're like, how does $15 an hour sound? And you're like, how about I fucking kill myself? I can't argue with that. There would be no more fast food. For sure, there'd be no more fast food. I didn't, if assisted, like in the event it does get legalized, I think it would be kind of fun to like create a business. And it's just about your last day before you commit suicide. It'd just be called Fuck It. It's just like your last day, dude. It would be so much fun to like lead. Like some people are like, oh, I love to lead zipline tours. That's fun, dude. I lead people to their death. That's way more fun than leading zipline tours. You're like, all right, today what we're gonna do is swimming with the sharks on cocaine. A little bit more fun. You're like, you know how drunk driving's bad, but also a lot of fun? Guess what? You get to do it. Just go wild with it. So if you could do it, it's your last day. Let's say you're going to commit, you right here, I'm pointing right at you. It's your last day. What would you do? What would be the last thing you do? If you could do the craziest thing in the world that you think would be fun? Either one of you guys. You got anything? Have sex with each other? That's what it looks like. You guys are like, you're like, there's tension here. And I'd like to make a little bit of sweet love with each other. And that's intimate. All right, that's very intimate. Doctors came out recently, and it turned like for years, doctors were like, if you're depressed, it's because you have a chemical imbalance in your brain. And then like a few days ago, they came out and they were like, we were fucking wrong. They're like, they did studies like serotonin and depression have no link at all. They're like, oh, if you're depressed, chances are you got a shitty life. They said that. They went from like depression is a chemical imbalance to depression is from stressful events. And stressful events is just like a medical term for like bad life. I think it's funny if you go to the doctors and you're like, I'm depressed. And he's like, yeah, you should be. It's like, dude, you live in your car. You're in a dude's backyard doing comedy. It's all right, dude. You should be. He's like, you know what would be fucked up? If you felt good. Like, if you came in here and you were feeling good, I'd be like, dude, you're having a manic episode right now. He's like, no, seriously, things are going wrong. Like, actually, like, I feel like we're making some progress here, dude. You should be depressed. And you're like, I guess. And you're like, what's the option? What should I do? He's like, be better. I don't know. Have you ever thought about fucking being better? And you're like, I can't be better. And he's like, well, here's some drugs. People are like, oh yeah, if depression isn't linked to brain chemistry, then why do I feel better when I take antidepressants? Drugs are awesome. Anybody ever think about that? It's kind of a lot of fun to do drugs. I like drugs. Some people like they spend their whole life, they like save up money, they get the job they want, they spend extravagant amounts of money on like these extreme vacations. Have you ever done Adderall and then washed a dish? 10 out of 10 experience. Probably the best thing you could do. Like you're in Hawaii after like hitting the top sales goal for the company and you're like, I feel good. I popped an Adderall and I'm just vacuuming, just like I'm coming the vacuum. All right, that's my time though. Thank you very much.
Everybody give it up for Avery Hutto. Hell yeah, keep it going. Hitler's ideal Germany was just on stage. Yeah. Great guy. Great guy. My comedy BFF, no big deal. We kill. Up next is a guy you may have seen on some paper towel rolls. You'll get it in a second. Up next is my very good friend, awesome comic, absolute murderer, Jack Stoltman.
How's it going? I pissed myself at work recently. And as if that wasn't embarrassing enough, walking around work with piss-soaked pants, my boss made me change the days without an accident sign back to 0. I tried to quit drinking recently. Turns out I'm an angry sober. So I decided it would be best for society if I just remain a responsible drunk driver. I am doing Sober October, though. This is warm lemonade. It's delicious. I'm doing Sober October because I have a problem. Nobody is doing Sober October because they have a glass of wine every night for the antioxidants. You're only doing it if you don't remember how you got home every single night. Recent geopolitical events have shown me how little I know about how the economy works, because Russia invades Ukraine and all of a sudden I'm sucking dick for gas money. Used to be you could get a gallon of gas for $2. Now I got to swallow 2 gallons of cum just to fill up my tank. You know those Joe Biden stickers? They say, I did that. People put them up at the gas stations. I put them up at the glory holes. I just got out of my first long-distance relationship. I hated it. But going into it, people were like, it's so easy nowadays to do the whole long-distance thing with FaceTime. No, it's not. FaceTime fucking sucks. How about this? FaceTime me when they invent pussy time. You can call it sit on my FaceTime. Dating apps these days, you can filter them by just about anything. You can filter by race, religion, ethnicity, star signs. The one thing you can't filter by, though, is STD status. I think STDs are a little bit more important than astrology when it comes to dating. Dating app developers don't agree. I'm sure Cancers and Scorpios make a great match, but you know who would be an even better couple? 2 people who already have herpes. They'd be great together. You know, and you can be a Cancer and we can hook up, but I'm not going to get cancer. That's not how that works. You are going to get chlamydia, though. Sorry, wish I could have put it in my Hinge profile. I couldn't. I saw an interesting factoid the other day that said, if we had a minute of silence for each victim of the Holocaust, we'd be quiet for 11 years. And I got to thinking, if only the Jews had tried that in the 1930s. Oh. Well, they were kind of talking shit. They were like, what are you going to do, kill all 6 million of us? Any of you guys know who Wiley Post is? Wiley Post? Yeah? Somebody does. All right, he's the only one. I'll tell you guys who he is. He's the first pilot to fly around the world by himself. But nobody knows his name. We all know the name Amelia Earhart, though. But why is that? She wasn't even the first woman to not fly around the world. That was Eve. I think it's a little patronizing of us, right? A little sexist of our society to be like, hey, that was a pretty good try for a woman. Into the history books you go. You earned it. You deserve it. Anyone remember Garfield? Any big Garfield fans here? No, not the cartoon. The President of the United States. Imagine that. Imagine you become President of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, and your legacy is a fat orange cat with depression. That's kind of gotta suck. We don't really know much about President Garfield, and that's not really our fault. We aren't taught much about him in public school. All we really know is that he was assassinated. And he's kind of a hack for that, right? You know, Lincoln did it first. And better. He did it better. Lincoln was, of course, assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. Most people know this, that he was like an A-list celebrity of the era. And to put that in a modern context, that's like if Adam Levine sexted Joe Biden. Or if Will Smith slapped Joe Biden. Or if Alec Baldwin shot and killed Joe Biden. Did we forget about that? Did we forget to cancel that guy? What happened there? Adam Levine is literally in more trouble for being bad at sexting than Alec Baldwin is for murder. That's crazy. That kind of sucks. Sucks for Adam Levine. Anyway, anyone ever heard of this fent coke stuff? Fentanyl in the coke? People are overdosing on it? It's not good. But I don't understand how it happens. Wouldn't you stop doing the cocaine when it starts making you tired? Just stop doing the sleepy cocaine. It could save your life. Most of the fentanyl that ends up in our drugs here in the U.S. is actually manufactured in China. Call me old-fashioned, but I missed the days when the worst thing the Chinese were putting in our coke was pee-pee. Me Chinese, me play joke. Me put fentanyl in your coke. Me kill 400,000 Americans. Me Chinese, me play joke. Me colonize Africa in the 21st century. Me Chinese, me play joke. Me put an entire Muslim ethnic group into a concentration camp. Me Chinese, me play joke. Me commit countless crimes against humanity. Man, these Chinese sure do have a dark sense of humor, huh? I ran into a friend at a gay bar recently. I didn't know he was gay. So I said, fancy seeing you queer. Come on, they call themselves that these days. It's not that bad. Queer's not bad. I think the whole non-binary thing is mostly bullshit. I say mostly because usually it's just like a girl with armpit hair or like a guy with a dyed beard. But every now and then you see one, and it's like, I don't even know what you are. You're valid. You're so valid. I actually got into a fight with a non-binary person recently. I had a black eye, and my friends asked what happened. I said, that's nothing. You should see the other they. When it comes to trans people, of course I'm gonna respect your pronouns and all that. But deep down, I don't think you're a real woman. Unless you're hot. Unless you're like an 8 out of 10. Unless you're like a New York City 8. I probably still won't sleep with you, though. I prefer legacy women. That's my thing. I actually have this flirty thing going on with the barista at Whole Foods. And the thing about her is she wasn't born a barista. She was born more of a baristo. She's trans. She's a hot tranny for real. And she started flirting with me first. And I figured, what's the harm in flirting back? I'll be nice. I'll have fun with it. So last time I was there, I tried to be all cool and progressive, and I did something I've never done before. I ordered a matcha latte, and they're gross. They're disgusting. They taste like freshly cut grass. But by the time I sat down with the drink, I decided it was way too late to take it back or to throw it away and get something else without seeming rude. So I just sat there and kept sipping on it, and eventually I got used to the taste. And I think that's actually what dating a trans girl would be like. You know, it might be a little gross at first, might even be outright repulsive, but eventually you will get used to the taste of cum. I think the Grinch could have done a better job at ruining Christmas. He didn't really try that hard. What did he do? He stole a few presents. He had the motive and opportunity to steal their children, but he didn't. Cindy Lou Who? More like Cindy Lou, where the hell is she? We haven't seen her in 12 years. Please bring us back our baby girl. He didn't go far enough. He already he committed breaking and entering. That's pretty heinous already. He could have gone further. He could have like really, really ruined Christmas if he maybe like raped some people. Like if imagine you're in Whoville, you wake up on Christmas morning and your mom's just crying and dad is still tied up. Christmas is ruined. Not just this year, but forever. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Rape is mean. Not a lot of people consider that about rape, the meanness of it. It's easily in the top 3 meanest things. For me personally, my top 3 are rape, murder, and the thing where you grab someone by the wrist and you hit them in the face with their own hand. And you say, "Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself." It's pretty mean. I don't know how I'm doing on time. I think I only have one more joke. Perfect. Okay. A lot of people say January 6th was as bad as 9/11. I actually think it was far worse. Far worse. Imagine if those hijackers had successfully landed the planes and had a largely peaceful protest. Not a lot of people know this. That was their original plan. They were trying to shoot the gap, and they missed. They missed, and they killed 3,000 Americans. But it could have been worse. They could have attacked our democracy. That would have... All right. Yikes. All right, thank you guys. That's been my time. I'll bring your host back up. Thank you.
Did you guys get the paper towel joke now? Because the beard and lumberjack and... All right. Guys, you know we're joking up here, right? When we say awful things, right? You know, we that's what we signed up for. If this were a paid show, you would have all had to have bought 2 drinks. So for me, can you drink and laugh a little bit more? This took a lot of effort to put together. Can we give it up for the show? Yeah? Guys, it's a real treat for me to bring up this next comedian. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I was a fan of him before I moved to Austin, Texas. I followed him after he bombed terribly at a show that he booked, and I absolutely murdered. And now we're gonna give him a comeback fucking thing. Cool. Can we give it up for that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is a very, very funny person. Probably the only other person in Austin that does incest jokes other than yours truly. So remember, they're jokes, guys. They're just supposed to be... We're doing something cool here, all right? Where we have a little space. It's a safe space. Where we can say the most fucked up shit possible and we can all laugh at it, all right? So please, for me, your host, give a huge round of applause for the absolute murderer, Ridge Hirschberger!
Holy cow. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I just got done churning butter. I'm selling it after the show. Freshly churned. I used to wear suspenders, but now I started wearing these, and I like it better overall. Holy cow. What I lack for in wealth, I make up for in chromosomes. That's stupid, huh? I'm trying to be more confident. So I stopped talking to women. Do you think peach cobbler? That's just somebody who makes shoes and has a fat ass. That doesn't even make sense. My mom makes some good peach cobbler with the freshly churned butter. One of the hardest parts about moving to a new city is trying to find a good church to go to. I walked into a church here in Austin. They had 2 women preaching. I was like, what the hell? And I walked out. Women can't preach. I don't know. I think I was reading this article. I can read. And it said that Amazon has this new deal where if you spend $50, they'll donate a house to a homeless person. And they found out that's the best way to get rid of their boxes. Holy cow. I hate sex, man. I hate it so hard. Like, I'm just trying to get away from my family. Incest. I think dairy farmers are perverts. At least I know my parents are. I mean, what other jobs do you get paid to touch titties? Like nurses, doctors. Are you doctors? Dentists, Uber drivers. Morticians, comedians. Nah, dude. I loved growing up on the farm. I grew up on a farm. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Not even $20. Has anyone here milked a cow? You have? Yeah. I don't believe you. Show me. He said, well, are you afraid?
Yeah.
How's it go?
Just as you'd imagine.
Somebody's gun shy. I have to bring a cow next time. He's ashamed because it's like giving a hand job. Like, it's more satisfying because they come with every stroke. Instead of like once every 3. I don't know about you guys. This is an older crowd. You guys are actually my demographic. 50 to death. Oh, I have touched so many titties. Cow titties. I may have even sucked on one or 2. I did. And I videoed it. And I posted it. And it went viral. And I got paid $700 from Pornhub. Yeah, you guys on there? A lot of people ask me, Ridge, so for fun, do you go cow tipping? And I said, well, my dad told me a story one time. He went cow tipping, and 9 months later, I was born. Moo. Nah, my mom, she's a nice heifer. My favorite sex position is cow style. It's all farming jokes. I mean, we're outside in a field, so no better place. This is pretty bad hay, though. What was I talking about? Ah, yeah, you're right. When in doubt, cows. Nah, my favorite sex position is cow style. It's when she gets on all fours and you milk her, and when she's done milking, you eat her. She's a cow. It was weird growing up on the farm though, cause like I'd ask my mom, I'd be like, "What's for supper?" and she'd be like, "Wilbur." I mean, can I get some Bessie with it? I was walking down the street here in Austin. I seen a shirt. It said, "My food doesn't scream," and I thought, "My food doesn't scream; it cries." Holy cow! We like to say our cows have a real nice life, and there's just one real bad moment. My uncle, he's a Mennonite. He has sex with many Mennonite. Yeah, if you don't know who the Mennonites are, they're the bougie Amish. They use electricity. And if you don't know who the Amish are, they're like the redneck Hasidic Jews. And if you don't know who the Jews are, they killed Christ. If you don't know who Christ is, you're going to hell. Unless you repeat after me. For I have sinned and fallen short of the glory. Now, talk to me afterwards. I'm serious. No, what else do I want to say? Oh, dude, Amish, the Mennonites are weird. Like, they all have beards, even the men. And I called my mom. She called me. She's like, "Hey, one of our Amish friends got struck by lightning," which is crazy. And I was like, "I wonder if he's going to hell for using electricity." I was reading this article, and it said the most orgasms for a woman in an hour was 134. And I don't know about you guys, but who gives a shit? I hate that one. I was eating this girl's hoo-ha, and it didn't taste like anything. So I was like, God damn, she must have great hygiene, or I have COVID. I had COVID. I'm pro-life. I don't think any women should drive. Well, that was it. Shit. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for chewing the cud with me. My name is Rich Hirschberger. Y'all have a great rest of the evening. Thank you.
Give it up for Ridge one more time. Sometimes Hirschberger and Ridge get stuck in my mouth. I do great stuff. It's fine. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Up next, I'm going to bring you an absolute killer. The best person that has ever roasted me. I'm going to bring up one of my favorite comedians, Holly Johnston. Come on.
We didn't formally roast each other. I just made fun of him, and well, he was standing up. What's going on, guys? It's great to be out. It's great to be away from my phone for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm very addicted to my phone. The other day I was going through old texts, and I found this one. It was like, "Hey, you have such a gorgeous smile. Can't wait to see you today. Northern Dental." You think I should text back? I don't know. Yeah, I'm broke, I am poor, I am living the life I didn't think I'd be living at 25. I share a fridge with 2 women who hate me. That's pretty cool. Yeah. You guys ever been so broke that when you order a burger, you realize that the toppings you choose for it are going to determine whether or not your card declines? Does that ever happen to you guys? He puts avocado on it, and you're like, no, it's over. I have roommates living with 2 women, and I don't like living with other women. I don't know if anyone else has ever done it. We don't live well together, all right? We should just stop doing it, you know? They always try to make it look super cute. They put out like little signs that say live, laugh, love. But come on, that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit, right? It should say fight, cry, leave. That's what it should say. It's never gone well for me, like, at all. Like, when I was in college, I lived with this girl, and she had a laugh that sounded like someone stepping on an old floorboard. She was like, Yeah. It's tough. I keep doing it. I don't know why, you know? I keep living with women. I know what it's going to be like every time, yet I keep thinking it's going to be different. You know? It's like moving to a new city and walking into a Target and being like, oh, this one's going to be so different. I bet. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not. I don't like living with women because I can never tell when they're mad at me. They'll do this thing where they pretend everything's cool, and then months later just tell me everything I'm doing wrong all at once. Just imagine if cops did that. You get pulled over. Are you a cop? Is that why you're waving? Or are you just serving, like... Oh. You say you were filming? You're filming?
You almost fell.
Oh, you almost fell. I thought you were like, yeah, one for the cops, a salute. I wasn't sure what that was. Yeah, just imagine if cops did that. You know, you get pulled over, let off with a warning. Then a couple months later, a speeding ticket comes in the mail with a note that says, so it's actually really been bothering me. My roommate texted me the other day, and she was like, hey, can you put your toaster away, please? I didn't know this was something that could upset people. Truthfully, this has never happened to me once in my life. I've been toaster out my whole life, is what I'm trying to say, you know? I didn't know, are you guys toaster out? Yeah, toaster out. That's the way that makes sense, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't wake up in the morning and unplug my lamp and then just put it in the closet. Like, well, done with this for the day. It's literally never happened. She's like, well, is there somewhere I can put it? I'm like, how about my bathtub? How about there? Personally, I like living with men. It's so much easier. You know, a lot of women are afraid to live with men, but truthfully, easiest living situation I've ever had, you know? Like, they don't care about the things that women care about. Like, your female roommate will send you a picture of food that you left out and be like, this is unacceptable. They know. Your guy roommate will send you a picture of food you left out and be like, this is still good, right? Yeah. You know what would happen if I left my toaster out in front of my guy roommate? He would just be like, oh shit, we got a toaster? Nice, I can finally stop microwaving those Pop-Tarts. You guys are sleepy. There's one guy in the back, he looks like he's ready to cut some sushi. I don't know why he's wearing a bandana in the fall. Yeah. The guy in the... Doesn't it? He looks like a sushi chef. Sir, I'll have 1 California roll. Alright. Alright, you guys. don't know what you guys want. More energy? I can't give you that. This is my voice. This is me excited. This is what it sounds like when I'm excited. Woo! It's all very even keel. It's very even pitch. I don't have a lot of facial expressions. I catfish guys on dating apps, you know. He's like, you definitely photoshopped that smile for sure. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a great time. Yeah. I moved here about a year and a half ago. Thank you, that's how I feel about it. And I moved here a year and a half ago, and I'm from Massachusetts. And in the South, I didn't know you guys had these people, these homeless people that like to disguise themselves as parking attendants. Did not know these guys existed. Totally fell for it, to be honest. Completely fell for it. I was like, oh, this parking spot costs $20 and a cigarette? Yeah, here you go, man. Those guys, they remind me a lot of emotional support dogs. Because when you put a vest on him, it really does look like he's working. My car broke down in a Planet Fitness parking lot recently. Thank God, judgment-free zone. Thank God. Because I know nothing about cars, but I feel like that's not my fault. You know, no one ever taught me about cars. What I'm trying to say is there was never an edition of 17 magazine that was like, fun quiz. Which dashboard alert signal are you? You get to the bottom, it's like, you're low tire pressure. It's like, damn it, I want a check engine. This is a bad day. You get turned on for no reason at all. See, I think they could have had a lot of fun with educating women about cars, you know. They didn't teach me what to do if I blew a tire. They just taught me how to blow Tyler. Yeah. How do we end this magical time together? I don't know. Why is this carpeted? What the fuck? Am I performing at the local library? I have flashbacks to the time I wrote that children's story in middle school and had to sell it at the local library. That's just true. I'll end with this one. I worked a lot of food industry jobs. Got a job at P.F. Chang's. Quit that immediately. Way too much cultural appropriation. All right. In 2022, it did not feel right for me as a white person to be making $2 an hour. They can't even get offended by that. They don't work there. There's no Asian people at P.F. Chang's. I just went into the kitchen. I'm like, oh, I think the PF stands for Puerto Rican Fry Cook. All right, that's how I'm going to end my set. Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Holly Johnson again, everybody. Hell yeah. Can you guys now understand why the most scathing roast jokes came from this? We're having fun, right? All right, come on. Guys, I'm about to bring on your headliner. This is the female Kanye West if she was white. Also, one of my very first friends in comedy down here. She drove me around in her car that does not have AC and told killer jokes. Everybody, give it up for Audrey Scott!
Thank you so much, Dave. Give it up for me, everybody. Yeah, I'm so fucking cool. Give it up for yourselves one time. Thank you all for coming out and supporting comedy. It's really important. I'm concussed. I don't wear these glasses for fun. I got hit by a car on Saturday. Had the best set of my night like 3 hours later. It was great. But yeah, I'm wearing these glasses. I really do have a concussion. It was a brand new car, too. I was driving Dave around in my old car. It was a Nissan Altima with no AC for over a year. I moved here last year in June. Third day I got here, AC went out in June. It was a long fucking summer. Thank God the heat worked during the winter. Registration expired. Inspection obviously expired. Everything was wrong with that car. Rear-ended someone, got lucky, got some money for it. Then I found out I'm 23 years old and don't have a credit score, and I'm trying to buy a car in 2022. So I had to hit up the only person I could, the Mexican biker gang member I know, and he hit up a guy out here who works on cars, who hit up another guy in San Antonio, and I got myself an 03 Toyota Camry for $6,000 to give it up for me. Then I hit someone less than 2 weeks later without plates on it yet. Hit my head on the window, hit my head on my friend's head, and here we are today. I put in my 2 weeks this week because, I'm a bartender. That's some shit, being a bartender, especially in today's day and age. I work at Barton Creek Mall in the California Pizza Kitchen. You know that mall's still open, right? Fucking A. All right, I'm from Virginia, and our mall is so desperate for people out there. They put a sloth in it. All right, they turned half my mall into a zoo and an aquarium just to get people in the parking lot. It worked. But Barton Creek, they don't have one sloth. They have many. They're the fucking old people trying to open the doors at 11 a.m. to get California Pizza Kitchen. It's sick. It's sick. A lot of old people. I had this 90-year-old woman walk in a few weeks ago with a disposable mask on, ironically a Sharpie written on it, so she's suffocating a marker. And what it said was, "My body, my choice." No one's fucking you. Can't even fuck yourself anymore. Your daughter's spooning soup into your face. I don't know what we're doing here. But our job, we're desperate for people, very understaffed. That's why I quit, because they're giving me shit for not being able to work with a bruised brain. I have a coworker who seems like he has a bruised brain every day. He's not that bright, all right? He thinks vegetarians eat chicken. Yeah, we're screwed, right? Now, he came up to me the other day, and he's like, "Audrey, I have this customer, and I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman." So jokingly, I respond, "Just ask him." He's like, "God, Audrey, I would never do that. I'm a gentleman. I would take her out to dinner first, and then I would suck her dick." Yeah. Y'all are having fun. You're gonna like me. You're gonna like me, I promise. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm a dumb little baby bitch. I am. I'm just a dumb little baby. It's fun. It's fun being very childlike at heart. Like, I'm so young and childlike. I do a lot of weird things. Like, I collect grasshoppers and water bottles and try to sell them. What else do I do? I don't like the number 5. I don't trust the number 5. And I have a lot of alarms on my phone, and I never delete any of them. So it's just like 901, 901, 901, 901, 901, 901, 902, 903, 903, 903, 903, 903. Do weird shit like that. Every day of my life feels like my parents left for vacation. I can just eat whatever I want, go to bed whenever I want, pee my pants whenever I want. All right, we're good so far. But even though I'm young at heart, I can't sleep with men my age. I can't do it. I've tried, all right? The last time I did, I had this beautiful Adonis of a man in front of me. He might have had an 8 or a 9 pack. He was so fit, and he was so hot. And we're doing the deed, sex. And he hit me from the back, and I shit you not, at one point he goes, "This pussy bussin'." No, I dry up instantly and run out of his apartment. Like, holy shit, who says that? I know the lingo. I know the slang. I don't say that during sex, all right? At least save it for pillow talk. Audrey, that pussy was really bussin'. I don't scream that and come on my back, have some fucking manners. Jesus Christ. But thankfully I know where he lives now, so I was watching him walk to work the next day and I ran him over with an actual bus. How's it fucking feel now, Jacob? No couth, this generation, I swear. No substance. No vocabulary. But older men, y'all aren't innocent either, okay? I had to cut off a 37-year-old because he threw a temper tantrum when they towed his smart car. First red flag, you're 6'4" in a smart car. Y'all don't agree that's a red flag? You see someone cram themselves in their car with their knees to their chin and you think that's hot? It's not, all right? He's a smart car, dumb guy, all right? There are 3 fucking signs in the parking lot that said they were gonna tow that bitch. So he goes to the gas station, hot-headed, aggro as fuck, starts cussing out customers, person working the gas station. None of them are responsible for his ignorance. And so I'm roasting him with 3 homeless people outside, like, oh, this guy, almost 40 years old, can't read a goddamn sign. And while I'm talking shit about him, the tow truck driver walks past me with his pinky hooked on the front bumper of the smart car, just drags it down the sidewalk. I could never see him again. I couldn't. You know, and I'm new to Austin. Like, I'm from a goat farm in Virginia, all right? I've gravelled driveways, I've thrown axes, and shot a lot of goddamn guns, all right? One thing I've noticed about Austin, not a lot of real men. Not a lot of real men out here. I've seen more men with mullets than real jobs. It's a very trendy thing now in Austin to get a mullet. You can't invest in Bitcoin and have a mullet, okay? You can't work for a startup and have a mullet. There are rules to earning a mullet, all right? You gotta shoot a squirrel, skin it, and eat it. You gotta drink a case of Busch Light a night. And lastly, you have to fuck your cousin. At least once a week. So I'm getting a mullet next week. Can't help I have a hot cousin, you know? I got a fucking ugly one. I have standards. No, but I do want to make a dating app for myself. A blue-collar dating app called Boo Collar. I'm going to say that one more time. I'm going to make a dating app just for myself. It's going to be a blue-collar dating app, and I'm going to call it Boo Collar. There's no other women on it, no competition. And there's no option to not match with me. You just have to say yes, 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 yes. You know, I want all the options. You see, I just want to meet up with, I'm going to try that again. I'm going to meet up with a taxidermist so he can stuff me up. Or a truck driver to drop off a really big load. And I wouldn't mind matching with a magician. I know they're not blue collar, but at least if we fucked and something went wrong, he can make the baby disappear. You know, I get a lot of comments as to what I am. Some people think I am transgender. Other people think I have Down syndrome. But I'm just a normal lady. I swear to God, I'm just a normal lady. And, you know, it's a bitch being a bitch sometimes. Gentlemen, I want you to volunteer with me real quick. I want you to do something, interact with me real quick. I want every man in the audience to close your eyes. I'm watching you, okay? At least some of you have to listen to me, right? Close your eyes and imagine the tip of your dick oozing out blood. Okay? Keep closing your eyes. And then the first thing that you say is, "Thank God I'm not pregnant." That's every month of my life. All right? Is that 1 minute? 1 minute. And, you know, it costs a lot of money to plug it up too, okay? When there's tampon shortages going on. I see cotton fields all the time. Don't fucking lie to me. But I have a solution to save some money. I've been sucking the blood out of the same tampon since 6th grade. And I've never been anemic. Where are my cold bitches at? Bird. You know, weirdly enough, a lot of people call my comedy edgy. Truthfully, it's because I never come. You know, a lot of people call my comedy edgy. Truthfully, it's because I never come. All right, thank you so much.
Give it up for Audrey Scott one more time, guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guys, we got a little time left. Thank you guys so much for coming. Give it up for yourselves for coming out and supporting local artists. Fuck yeah. I feel like you guys hate yourselves. Let's do a little bit, you know, like, come on. There it goes. All right. So since we have a little time left, thank you guys again so much for coming out and supporting us. We really, really tried to make you laugh, and it seemed like we did okay. You guys want to hear about the time that I lived in a halfway house with a male prostitute? I don't know if you guys really want to. All right. So when I was getting off of heroin and out of prison and rehab, I was living in well, it's not technically a halfway house. Does anyone here know what an Oxford house is? Just me. Okay. So that's basically like a halfway house where you guys just like do the rules together. And every Sunday we would have this thing happen where we would all get together, pay rent, drug test each other, and see who was going to clean the bathroom. Now, I lived in this halfway house with a couple guys. One we're going to call Matt because that was his name. And he was cool. He was one of my really good friends for a while. And then we're going to call the other guy Connor because that was his name. And he was also cool and a really good guy. We're going to call the other guy Gollum because he had 6 teeth and methamphetamines was his drug of choice. And he probably would not want me to repeat his actual name. The last guy that we lived with was this guy. We're going to call him D. D was a 6'4", 350-pound of mostly muscle, ex-Golden Glove boxer. Black guy, sweet as pie. Nicest dude. Nicer than everybody else in the house. He always took bathroom cleaning duty. So we're having a house meeting on Sunday, and D comes in and he's like, guys, I lost my job and I don't know how I'm going to pay rent. But I'll figure something out. Please, I can't go back to jail. Don't call my probation officer. And we were like, dude, we're all hanging on by a thread, bro. Like, it's fine. We will give you the chance. And the next day, this very unattractive, overweight black woman knocked on our door. And she was like, hey, where's D? And we're like, upstairs, first door to the left. Then we all heard him fuck the dog piss out of this woman. It's okay to laugh there. She had a good time. And then 30 minutes later, a very attractive white woman showed up. And she's like, Hayes, where's D? This is when we started to kind of put it together. This happened every day, 3-4 times for weeks. D got a new car. Never missed rent. We didn't want to bring it up. Eventually, he was like, hey, guys, cool news. Got a job at FedEx. And we were like, thank God. This man is outshining all of us. Fuck. Didn't stop, though. He started to get new shoes, buy Gucci hats and shit. Really like a legend of a man, you know what I mean? Like we were all like, fucking Jesus Christ, D, like 20 minutes and like at least 3 times. We heard at least 3, you know what I mean? Like fucking hell. And then how do you keep going? Is he taking fucking like, you know, hymns or, you know, like Cialis or whatever the fucking other ones are called? We didn't know. But you know, started staying over at some of these ladies' places. A week went by, we barely saw them. We were like, where's fucking D been? It's quiet in here. You know, like, Jesus Christ. Then Sunday comes around, we have our weekly house meeting, and, you know, we're all on probation and getting off of drugs. So we have our little meeting outside on the patio where we smoke cigarettes and drink coffee, because when you're in NA or AA, that's all you have. And then D shows up. And he comes in and he sits on the patio and he goes, guys, I got to tell you something. I was working at FedEx and I picked up this package. It was like 100 pounds. But it was all on the bottom of the package. I twisted weird, fucked up my back. Doctor says I can't be in work for 3 weeks. I shouldn't have bought that car or those hats or those shoes. It was dumb. Should have put more money in savings. Because I don't know how I'm going to make rent. Because you can't sell dick with a broke back. Funniest fucking shit I've ever heard in my goddamn life. Seriously, funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Dude, we're sitting on the porch smoking cigarettes like... Totally, dude. 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about. Punching each other in the fucking legs, trying not to fucking crack. So I say all that to say this. Guys, no matter where you are, no matter how dark your life gets, no matter what fucked up situation you've been through, there's always going to be something fucking hilarious that will bring you out. That's why we do comedy. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You can't sell dick with a broke back. Thank you.